hey, it's me, Amanda. Today we're gonna talk about my favorite books of 2024, which are right here. Oh God. I really thought that wouldn't happen. Which are right here. January's been rough, so I just want to talk about things that I like and that make me happy. So let's do it. All these books are 4 or 5 stars. Would recommend all of them, but let me tell you why. And also let me tell you if you would like them or not, because like, we're different people, you know? We like different things. It looks like I went through some phases. Phase 1, I apparently started with historical romance with Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore. 4 stars. So fun. Honestly, this book, I don't remember that much about it. Are you one of those people too who like sometimes you read a really good book, but then like you can't describe it to a person who asks you why you recommend it? There is one scene in this though that lives in my brain rent-free. Like I think about it every few months. It just like pops into my head all the time. It's like a man running through the rain to his girl kind of scene, you know? So this book is about Annabelle. Okay, hold on. I'm reading the back. Okay, right. Okay, so this book is about Annabelle. She's a student at Oxford. Part of her scholarship to college is that she has to go and recruit important men to support the women's suffrage movement. She meets a duke and decides that she's gonna convince him to be on the side of the women's suffrage movement. Now, does he want to do that? No. Do they argue a lot and then not like each other, but then they fall in love and it's all cute and fun? Yes! I really like the main character in this. I like historical romance where the main characters are, you know, strong and like standing up to society and all that, you know? Not the typical like Regency lady. Also, this is an adult romance, if you know what I mean. So yeah, cute, fun time. Next, can't even say it. Then apparently it moved into my shifter era. Okay, let's start with Bride by Ali Hazelwood. First of all, I love Ali Hazelwood. Everything she has come out with, just put it right into the veins, you know? Like, I know they're not written for me, but they're written for me, you know? So this book is about a werewolf man and a vampire lady. We have Misery, who's a vampire, and Lo, who is an alpha werewolf. They must marry in order to keep their 2 species at peace. But let me tell you, their 2 species despise each other, okay? And they're no different. Although they are open to this peace treaty marriage, they do not like each other. I love an enemies to lovers, okay? So just thinking about this story makes me giddy, okay? Is it hot in here? Now, do they eventually get past this hatred and kiss a lot? Maybe. Definitely an adult romance. So, 4-star book. Love. I kind of want to read this again right now, not gonna lie. Then we had The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson, also 4 stars. Whereas Bride is more of a fantasy vibe, The Fake Mate is more of a contemporary romance vibe. We have Mackenzie, who is an Omega doctor lady, who to get her grandma off her back just like blurts out the name of any man as her boyfriend. Oopsie happens to be a man she hates, who happens to be a doctor at the hospital that she works at. So she asks him to be her fake boyfriend. Does he agree? Yes. Do we know why? No, because they hate each other. Or do they? Surprise, surprise, we have another adult romance. Unbeknownst to her, this man is an alpha. And if you have read any fan fiction, you might know that alphas and omegas are made to be together for interesting reasons. For reasons. If you like Omegaverse adultness, this is for you. This is essentially published werewolf fanfiction, which is just amazing, and that's why I liked it so much. And now we move into the fantasy era of the year. Fantasy romance is like my home genre. That's what I like to read the most. We have the One Dark Window duology by Rachel Gillig. The second book is Two Twisted Crowns. This series was so good. I gave both books 4 stars. I like this one a little bit more. This story is so unique. There's so many sort of standards in fantasy now, and a lot of stories follow similar ideas. but this. Now, I mean, it's not so out there, like they're still going on a grand adventure to save their civilization, but the magic system is so cool. It's based on a series of playing cards, and when you hold one of the playing cards in your hand, you can wield its magic. It brings this element into the magic system where people are trying to steal each other's cards. People feel some sort of way about certain people who have different cards. So we start off with the story of Elspeth Spindle, and she happens to have a nightmare spirit trapped in her head. He's kind of evil, but at the same time protects her. She's kind of scared of him, but at the same time she wants him around to help her. So then Elspeth ends up meeting a highwayman who is super cute, by the way. And let me tell you, that is not the last she sees of him, okay? And that basically starts her on this whole journey to help cure this like magical disease that's happening in Blunder, which is the town that she lives in. Then we move into the second book. The romance in this book centers around Ione, which is Elspeth's cousin. There's action all over the place. Will they cure all the problems in the land? Will Elspeth be able to get rid of the nightmare? Will everyone fall in love? Go read it and then you'll know. Isn't this cover so cool, by the way? It's like a little, oh God, so cool. Both 4 stars, wonderful. And we will end this video on the highest note, the Bridge Kingdom. I say that because this is my favorite fantasy series I have ever read, and I reread it every year. I think last year was the 3rd time I read it. So not that crazy, right? I love it. So in this duology, we have the Bridge Kingdom and the Traitor Queen. This duology is about Laura and Aaron. Now, Laura here is a princess raised from birth to be an assassin in order to be married to the king of a rival kingdom, where she will then proceed to kill him. Now, I know like an assassin main character isn't groundbreaking, i.e. Throne of Glass, so like everyone reads. However, that is my favorite type of fantasy woman character. Now, Aaron is so open to her. He wants to be nice to her. He wants her to love his kingdom. It'll be okay. Now, as you can imagine, Laura starts to learn some things. She starts to question if her kingdom is really the good guy or if they're really the bad guys. And then, of course, do you think these two stay enemies? Another thing I love about this book is the world and the world building. Ithacanna, which is Aaron's kingdom, is essentially a series of islands, and they're all connected by this great bridge. Everyone uses it to trade between kingdoms. Ithacanna just feels like a brand new place that I've never been. And I love that about this book. Now, coming to the end of the first book, the cliffhanger that is at the end of this book is the most intense cliffhanger I have ever experienced in my life. The end of this book rips your heart out, throws it on the ground, stomps all over it. If you're getting close to the end of this book and you don't have the other one, get it immediately, because it's a roller coaster of emotions that just crashes into the ground. Now, I will mention about this book, there's a lot of war and there's a lot of solving problems that happened in the first book. But that's almost kind of why it's so wonderful, is like you're just waiting for that conclusion and it doesn't disappoint. It just keeps you in as it brings the book to its conclusion, you know? This series is an adult fantasy romance. However, it is political fantasy first, romance second. Now, that is something that I love about it, but not everyone's cup of tea. Highly recommend this series. Oh, also, they got new covers. Aren't those so cool? Oh, I gotta take the sticker off that one. So my next reread will be in these fancy new covers. That will be fun. So yeah, both of these for me are 5 stars. My only 5-star reads of the year were rereads. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get any other 5 stars, but we're in a whole new year now. There's many months to find another 5-star read. Actually, did I already read a 5-star? No, I read a 4-star. On the hunt for the 2025 5-star read. What will be the first one? Will there be one? What will it be?
So yeah, if you had any amazing reads of 2024 that you want to share, please do down below. I'm always looking to add to my TBR. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Historical romance. Oh my, this sounds crazy saying it out loud.
And for reasons that I cannot disclose, maybe I just feel a little defensive.